There is a moment when fear grabs hold of you and doubt starts whispering in your ear. It happens right before you're about to take a leap, make the call, ask the question, write the first page, step on stage, or speak your truth. Your chest tightens, your mind races, and 100 what-ifs flood your thinking. That's the moment most people freeze. They wait for fear to pass. They wait to feel confident. But here's the truth: fear doesn't go away on its own. Confidence doesn't come before action. Action comes first, and confidence follows. The greatest trap people fall into is believing that fear is a stop sign. That feeling afraid means you're not ready. That because you don't feel confident, you shouldn't move. But fear isn't a signal to stop, it's proof that you're pushing beyond your comfort zone. And pushing beyond your comfort zone is the only path to real growth. You don't get stronger by staying safe. You grow by leaning into fear and taking action anyway. When you act in the face of fear, something shifts inside you. You break the loop of overthinking and hesitation. The mind, when left idle, creates stories. It exaggerates risk. It tells you all the ways things could go wrong. But once you move once, you take even the smallest step, you interrupt that loop. You cut through the noise with energy. Action speaks louder than thought. When you do the thing you're afraid of, fear loses its power. Fear and doubt are natural. They're not signs of weakness. They're signs that you care, that what you're doing matters. But letting them control you, that's what keeps you stuck. That's what keeps dreams locked in your head and goals buried in notebooks. There's only one antidote to fear: movement. You don't need to feel ready. You don't need to feel brave. You just need to act. Think about the times in your life when you did something that scared you. Maybe you started a conversation you were nervous about. Maybe you applied for a job you thought you weren't qualified for. Maybe you tried something new without knowing how it would turn out. In every one of those moments, fear was present, but so was courage. And once you took action, something shifted. You felt stronger, more capable, more alive. That's the secret. Most people don't know courage isn't the absence of fear. It's acting while fear is still present. It's looking fear in the face and saying, "You're not driving today." And every time you do that, you rewire your brain. You teach yourself that fear doesn't get to make decisions for you. You train your mind to associate action with power instead of paralysis. When you act, even in small ways, you begin to build evidence. Evidence that you are capable, that you are resourceful, that you can handle more than you thought. That evidence compounds over time. One action leads to another. You make the call, and then you follow up. You send the email, and then you get a response. You go to the gym once, and then you go again. The momentum builds, and before you know it, you've become a person who moves, who doesn't wait, who doesn't hesitate, who doesn't let fear win. The people who succeed in life are not the ones who feel fearless. They're the ones who learned how to act through the fear. They stopped waiting for their feelings to align and decided to lead with action. You can feel afraid and still move forward. You can feel uncertain and still do the thing. Your emotions don't have to be the boss. You can acknowledge them, thank them for trying to protect you, and still take the step. Fear is a liar. It tells you that you'll fail, that people will laugh at you, that you'll be embarrassed, rejected, or humiliated. But those are just shadows. The reality is almost always different. More often than not, when you take action, you realize it wasn't as scary as your mind made it out to be. You realize you're stronger than you thought, And even when things don't go perfectly, you learn. You grow. You build resilience. Every time why